Again, I'm Greg Lipp. I teach automotive at Citrus College. I worked in the industry for many years. For the bulk of my career, I worked for Gene Morrow over at Certified Automotive, where we did great and amazing things. And I'm here to serve the ASCCA community and do whatever I can. So I'm really glad to be here. Thanks.
Thank you, Greg. And next we have Ali. Say hi, Ali. You're muted. Still muted.
Hi, this is Ali from Olive Auto Center in Burbank. I'm one of the previous clients of our speaker.
All right, nice having you, Ali. Next we have Mr. Randy.
Randy Lewis from world famous Jasper Engines, also board member for ASCCA, and here to serve whenever I need to.
Thank you, Randy. Next we have Mr. Ward. How are you doing, Jim?
Good. How are you doing, Kirk?
Good.
Jim Ward from Ward Service in Monrovia. I'm also a board member, and I'm anxious to hear what she has to say.
Thank you, Jim. Next we have Mr. Norm, who is our CPA.
Thanks. Norm Blyden, CPA and business broker. We do monthly financial statements, payroll, income taxes, and help clients sell and buy businesses. Norm Blyden, CPA.
Nice having you on board, Norm. Next we have Craig Johnson.
Craig Johnson Automotive in Roland Heights. I'm also a Chapter 5 board member, and I'm your representative on NASTAF, National Automotive Service Task Force. I'll give us a quick report tonight on that.
Thank you, Craig. Moving on, we have Tim and Johanna.
Hello, I'm Tim Shakarian and my wife Johanna from Beamer PhD Motorsports here in beautiful Pasadena. Also a board member and your chapter representative.
Nice hearing from you. Next we have Mr. Gene Morrell. How you doing, Gene?
Good morning, happy new year, or good afternoon, good evening, whatever the heck it is. Happy new year, everybody. Gene Morrell, certified auto specialist. We're in Glendora, California, and have been an ASCCA member since 1984. For those of you who need to do math, you can think about that.
Nice having you on board, Gene. We have Mr. John's iPad. How you doing, John?
John from Accurate Auto Works in Pasadena, and doing fine this evening. How about you?
Doing good. Thank you very much. Mr. BJ. You're muted.
I'm muted. Yeah, BJ from BJ's Auto Service in Arcadia, California. Gonna join with you guys and see what's going on.
Nice having you on board, BJ.
Thank you.
Okay, we're moving up to Rory. How you doing, Rory?
Excellent. I own Rory Balmer. I own Twin Peaks Auto Service in the Lake Arrowhead area. And I'm a member of Chapter 14, and I'm your state president this year.
Nice having you on board, Rory.
Thank you.
We have Davey.
There you go. I'm Davey Bald. I run H Mobile Services, also up in Lake Arrowhead, and I am Chapter 14 Chapter Rep. And this year, I'm also the Reps Committee Chair. So I'm glad to be here.
Nice having you on board. Melissa.
I'm joining you from Chapter 16 from Berkeley, and I'm the owner of Berkeley Bob's, and I've been with ASCCA about 6 or 7 years now.
Nice having you on board. Carlos.
Thank you. Good evening, all. Carlos Menjivar with Omega Automotive in Northridge, from the comfort of my home, and good to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice having you. Mr. Rocky.
Well, hello. Good evening. Rocky Comedian, Boomerang Band Specialist, past ASCCA, everything. Currently, nobody. Thank you.
Good having you on board. Javier.
Hello, Javier with Joe's Garage in Alhambra, member since 2020.
John Epstein.
Hello, everybody. This is John from John's Automotive Care, San Diego, Chapter 24. I am I was the state president for ASCCA for the last 2 years. So fortunately, I was able to turn that over to Rory, who's going to do a great job this year. Thanks for having us, and I always enjoy your guys' meetings.
Nice having you on board. Fred.
Fred Bloom. Got to unmute yourself.
Okay, well, nice having you on board anyway, Fred. Next one says iPhone. I don't know who that is. No, okay, we'll skip that one. Next one we have Nathan.
Nate Thompson.
Nate Thompson, or Automotive. Just joining in.
Nice having you on board. Leanne.
I don't know if your phone lets you speak, Leanne, or not. She had texted, when you get to me, I'm on the phone. Sorry, Leanne Reels from Helmings Auto Repair in Mountain View. Go ahead and say something. There you are.
There you are.
Hey, sorry about that, guys. My stepmom called and I picked up the phone to touch base with her because I hadn't heard from her in a little while. But I'm really looking forward to hearing Jennifer, and I've heard her before at our chapter meeting a number of months ago, and I'm looking forward to hearing her again.
What chapter are you?
Chapter 42, San Jose.
Nice having you on board.
Thank you.
Glenn Davis, the newer board member. Can Glenn speak? Glenn can't speak. He says former everything in ASCA and Education Foundation.
Well, that sucks.
Let's see, who do we miss here? Mikey B.
Hi, this is Mike Bedrosian from Lex Mastech in Pasadena, board member also of Chapter 5, and I'm glad to be here.
How you doing? Bruce Hawley.
What? Who?
Can you hear Bruce? Okay, Bruce, I guess he can't hear.
Or can't speak.
He's muted.
Can't buy beer from here.
He's usually on his iPad, so anyway. Nice having you, Bruce. And we have Billy Bob. Fred's able to talk now?
Yeah, I can talk. This is, thank you. This is Fred Bloom, formerly Fred Bloom Insurance, now Province Insurance. Even though I'm retired, I'm still trying to be active with the ASC. I'm also a member Chapter 12 and also of your chapter.
Nice having you on board.
Thank you.
Anybody I miss? Okay. Next, we're going to turn it over to Craig for a NASTF report. Oh, I forgot one person. Sorry, Joseph. Joseph Appler, our chapter administrator, and the one that holds us together is our glue.
Happy New Year.
Craig?
Well, it says host disabled sharing, but I'll go ahead and take this opportunity to make it quick. I won't share tonight. Last month, I announced that NASTF launched this new website, and it brings together all the tools our shop needs to, succeed. It's got our SDRM, secure data release model, which is a fancy word for vehicle security credentials for the locksmiths. Well, those of us members that have, which most of us have, locksmith credentials. It's hosted by the Diagnostic Network. It's got a lot of tools in it. The website, all the websites for the manufacturers, their logins, shows how to do key coding. There's YouTube videos, and next month I'm gonna. Oh, here we are. Okay. Let me do it really quick. So. See if I can get this.
You can't control it, Craig. It's just you can. I'm showing the screen.
This is the login right now, and next month I want to show you guys actually how to log in. on the left is the free side for those that just belong to NASTAF. And then the ones on the right that have vehicle security credentials, when you hit either one, it makes you do the Authy login, which is a second party verification. And then you get on the website, and on your dashboard is all the updates that Donnie Cypher's been sending us. And then I've been forwarding them to Team Talk. Like for just example, the latest one was you have to have a certain version shop operating or internet operating system for GM as of January 15th. And so that was his latest announcement. But about once or twice a month, he gives an announcement, and that goes on this portal. And I usually forward it to Team Talk. Or if a website goes down, a manufacturer's website like Toyota or Ford lately has been going down a lot. They tell you what version you need to use, and it's most all the manufacturers are participating now. And lastly, if there's a service information request you have and you've exhausted all your resources, you can actually start a service information request right from here, and the manufacturers are monitoring it live. In the past, if you sent out a service information request, we had to get a hold of the manufacturer, and then they responded, and it was kind of clunky. It took a day or two, and who has that much time if you got a car in the bay? Now it's pretty immediate. So next month, I'm going to do a complete login and show you how it works, and because I want to hear Jennifer's presentation tonight. And the last thing I want to say is NASTAF membership is free, and you just go to www.nastaf.org, sign up, and ASCCA financially supports NASTAF. So this is your website, and you do here on the screen here, if you haven't logged in or signed up, you sign in, and then there's some preferences on the bottom where you can say what makes you work on, so you don't get a bunch of stuff from Maserati or Ferrari if you don't work on those. Heavy duty sites are now on here. They're not all on, but they're getting more robust. And so the makes that you click on are the ones you're going to get information on. And as we get more information, it's going to be on this website. As I see it, I forward it to Team Talk. So hopefully you've been seeing my updates on Team Talk. So I want to leave it there so I can hear what Jennifer has to say. But again, NASTAF is free. So please all join. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
That's a good point you bring out. Every shop that's in Chapter 5 should really log on and join as a member. I mean, we've heard about it for a while, and it costs nothing to do. It's nothing but helpful information. I'm looking forward to your presentation next month. Thank you for that. Very interesting once you get involved.
Okay, moving on. Gene, would you like to give a government affairs report?
Absolutely. Of course, if you watch the news, there's a lot going on. Our legislators are starting the bill routine. And remember, in a 2-year session, they produce or can produce 5,600 bills in 2 years. And fortunately, we have a government affairs committee led by Jack Maladonoff that goes through a lot of the bills and picks out the ones that are going to really hurt us. So if nothing else, as you speak with other shop owners, let them know, we need them to join to have the horsepower to be able to fight these bills and at least be knowledgeable of them. So I'm just going to run through a few of them. They've already started. AB1, they're trying to create a board of environmental safety within Cal EPA. So you know what that means. More fees, more costs, more everything. Last year it was actually vetoed and defeated. Well, it was a victory for us, but they have brought it back. And also it's really important that AB 62 tax credits for businesses complying with the COVID policies. So make sure your accountant is well versed in all of the tax credits that are available to you as a business. And that's Norm's job. So make sure if you use Norm to beat him up and make sure you get all your tax credits that you're allowed. January 2021, the minimum wage went up. You guys all know that, right? $13 an hour for businesses, 25 or fewer, unless you're in San Diego or some of the other anomaly areas. So be aware of that. The Bureau of Auto Repair shop locator is up. So if you haven't been on it, it's kind of cool just to see the different shops in the area. The smog check cap program is raised $900 to $1,200 depending on, you know, the need. We've been using the heck out of it, and they've been paying, you know, for cars to get smogged, and so it's really nice. And again, there's another business hiring tax credit. So if you've hired somebody new, make sure your accountant knows so you can get the tax credit. I think most of you have seen that Cal OSHA has required a handbook for COVID. I sent out through Joseph. It was a pretty nice little template. It took me probably half an hour to go through and fill in my name and plug in what I wanted to do. And voila, I had a COVID-19 plan. So if you didn't receive that or don't know about it, contact Joseph or myself and we can send it out. It's a pretty nice Word document. All you do is copy and paste your company's name and a few things. It was pretty simple to use. I'll send out this list. They wanted me to go like this for you speed readers, but I don't think that's going to work real well. But I sent this out earlier, and this was a list from Jack Maladonoff of the new stuff that's going on. So I don't want to go through everything, but there's just a lot of little idiosyncrasy laws that, you know, you need to know about. The sexual harassment training, I sent out another link on that is online. It's free. I actually took the class just to see what it was like, and it was kind of, you know, it's the same thing, but it has to be done for your employees. So with that, I'm done with my government affairs report. And if you have any questions, you can ask them when I'm done. But I also want to give ASCCA5 report. The scholarship applications are out. Greg, you're passing them out to your students, correct? All right. I sent more to Wendy and to Rio Hondo, and so we'll try and get as many applications in as we can. Greg has helped me out with a video with one of our students, so we're trying to get that on the website to gain a little more traction. Thank you, Greg. Now, I'm done with that. In seminars, we were trying to put together a BG seminar in January, but of course, it doesn't look like it's going to fly. So as I get more information on it, we're going to try and get Mikey B to do a seminar, and hopefully it'll all work out. So with that, I'm done unless there's any questions. And I even finished a little early, Joseph.
All right, good for you.
4 minutes and 52 seconds. So.
Thank you, Gene. Tim, how would you like to give a report?
All right, so we've got our chapter reps report and our program. So I'll start with our last chapter reps report, which was really awesome. Actually, I want to back up. There are so many new people here that are visiting from other chapters. I want to welcome all of you. Billy Bob, you joined in a little late. Welcome. This is really cool, and I think that's kind of what we want to see. A lot more of the chapter reps, not only the chapter reps themselves, but members from other chapters joining in on the different Zoom meetings. Like Jen said earlier, it's so easy. You don't even have to get off your computer. You just switch backgrounds and here you go. But it's really nice to see Melissa and all these people. I mean, it's fantastic. And Roy, we got your back this year, brother.
Yeah.
All right. So, well, as we're trying to bring the chapter and not only the chapters, but the entire association together, we're looking for a lot more involvement. And I think it's kind of obvious. The more you get involved, the more you benefit from it. So if you know of shops that are struggling, they're not able to make their dues, it's really important that you say something, because we want to help. You know, this is when the entire automotive industry comes together and we want to help the shop. So if you know of a shop that's struggling or can't, please let us know. Let one of the board members of your chapter know, because I think in chapter 48, they did a white glove treatment where they actually went and helped out another shop owner who was having some difficulties with a few things, and he was able to completely turn his business around, become profitable, and he's a really involved member of chapter 48. So if you guys know Mike Gross, really awesome dude. I know I met him a couple of times, and the difference that we make to other shops that are either contributing or doing this is leaps and bounds awesome. It really is. And Jen's going to talk about that, about paying forward in her book too. So the other part of it is to connect to connect the chapter representatives. And that's why I'm so stoked to see so many different members from different chapters here. I think one of the challenges or one of the bad newses we got this year is we lost Dick LaRoche to LaRoche. And what we were trying to do as a association is pay a lot of respect to the contribution that he's had to our industry. If you don't know Dick, he wrote and took photos for Parts and People. I mean, he was been involved in multiple of our team weekends. So what we're doing is we started a foundation in his name. And if anybody else from chapter 5 would like to contribute to that, I think Malin started out with about $250. It was chump change to the contribution that he's done to us, the articles that we've read, the goosebumps that we've had, the push that he's done. So if you're interested in contributing, contact me or contact Joseph Appler, and we'll get it forwarded on over to the appropriate parties. The last part of what I wanted to touch upon was our ASCCF, our car donations. Our chapter is trying to bring, or our association is really trying to bring a goal of 1 car per shop. If you've got a car laying around in the back of the shop that's doing nothing, I know I've got one, donate it. Get it into the system so that they can go in and fund the scholarships that the colleges are trying to get new students in and back in our association. You're basically giving back to the system. So if you've got customers that don't know what to do with their cars, let me think about it. I'm not really sure. Contact John Epstein. Actually has a really good little quick skit on, you know, what to say in those scenarios and how to promote that, because that's what we need. We need to give back to our association from the funding aspect of it. So the other thing that has changed this year, and we're looking forward to it, is we've got team weekend coming up in January. If you haven't been to I always mix up the message, ASCCA.com, thank you. Go, there's a lot of changes to the website. Please take an opportunity, 15 minutes, see what's changed, see if everything that you see on there can benefit your shop and how you can talk to your chapter board to help you with some of the advancements that you're looking for. Hope to see you at team weekend. And I actually want to say welcome, Rory, and our new state president. So if you'd like to take 2 minutes to kind of tell us about your new goals and excitement. After that, we're going to go ahead and turn it on over to Jennifer.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It's great to be here tonight. It's going to be, even though there's a lot of negatives about the COVID, it's making it easier for me to join the different chapters on more than just one occasion. You know, as presidents in the past have tried to get out to the different chapters and see what they're doing and get input and feedback so that we can do a better job on the state level. This is going to make it a lot easier to be able to join the different meetings and see what everyone's doing. And chapter 5's always been on the forefront of new ideas. I know a lot of great ideas last year came about of trying to entice new members or prospective members to come and see what we're all about. And we know when they come and see what we're about, they join. So it's just getting them in the door, as we all know. And so I'm really open to working with everyone, the different chapters and chapter leadership. And I want to hear your ideas, and I'm open to change. I'm not the kind of person that says we tried that 20 years ago and we're not going to try it again. You know, sometimes circumstances are different. and I'd like to hear what everyone has to say. I'm very open-minded and an open door policy, so let's talk about it and make good things happen. Ultimately, the goal is increase membership in all the chapters and throughout the whole state. And, you know, some people say, well, you know, I have a hard time talking about membership and the price and stuff. All I know is every year that I've been involved using my member benefits, I've been able to actually make money. I've actually saved so much money that it's more than any of my membership dues are, just by using our partners. And we have a lot of great partners out there. But I know I'm kind of speaking to the choir here, or preaching to the choir, I should say, because we all know that we just have to get out there and share that. And you know, now that we have KP, a great marketing agency that we are working with, and they're doing a lot of great things behind the scenes that everyone's going to see coming out this year, it's going to make our jobs a lot easier, because we're going to have much better communication with prospective shops. And then our job is to go out there and close the deals, but they're going to be helping us get interest in the association and sharing what we all know already. So I appreciate you having me here tonight, and I'll let you guys go on with your presentation, because I know it's going to be a great one.
Thank you, Rory, very much.
Thank you.
All right, with that being said, Jennifer, we've been leading up to it. My taste buds are watering. My pen is in hand, ready to write down. So thank you very much for coming out. You know, I wanted to add one little tidbit. I forgot to touch upon programs. So Jen, thanks for coming out to our program. This is really cool. For those of you that are coming back next month, and I know you are, come back for February, accountability partners, setting expectations, job descriptions, advisor to tech training, technician to advisor training, and advisor to owner training, how to pass the baton. In March, we're going to be talking about measuring all this progress that we're learning from marketing and accountability and how to put it in place. So without any further ado, Jen, drum roll, please.
Oh my gosh, you guys. And I love seeing all these familiar faces. Hello, Melissa from Berkeley. And where'd Leanne go? She went away. But no, truly, this is my community. These are my brothers and sisters, and I am your sister in support. And so let's have some fun while we learn, shall we? You guys are all about having fun while you do this, right? Yay. So who wants to start off their 2021 knocking it out of the park? Can I see some hands? Yes? We want to just nail 2021. Well, here's the good news. Chances are very, very good that we're going to have a very good year. We are a recession-resistant industry, but that does not mean that we should ride on the fact that we are in a recession-resistant industry. We still have challenges that are going to be faced. We don't know what the future holds. We certainly could not have predicted what happened in 2020. Am I right? I mean, no one was prepared for this, but now that we've kind of gotten out of the shock zone, it's like, all right, we are prepared. And the whole purpose of tonight's presentation is to prepare you. So my goal before the end of the night is you actually have stuff you can do starting tonight or tomorrow. Are you cool with getting actual hands-on, I can start this with my business right away information? Yes? Yay, I love it. Hand clap, nodding heads. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'll share my screen. Again, if I miss anybody's hand being raised, please forgive me. I just want to, I can only see so much. So we'll get started here. Can you all see my screen? Okay, good. All right, let's get to the nitty gritty because I want us to actually get some real work done. Let's talk about converting clients, but let's talk about strategy. How many of us like strategy? Do we like strategy? Yes, because strategy helps us keep our sanity, right? And planning keeps our sanity. That's why this is so perfect. We're meeting on the first Tuesday of the year. Now, let's talk about short-term strategy, mid-term strategy, and long-term strategy. Short-term strategy is the day-to-day tasks. It's the firefighting. It's the stuff that unfortunately happens a little too frequently. Yes? Yes? How many of you guys are putting out fires on a daily basis? Yes? I love the honesty. Oh, Tim's shaking his head. I love that. Okay, lie to me. All right. So firefighting is not necessarily what we want to do. Sometimes we have to, but really that is a short-term strategy, and we don't want to live there all the time. Midterm strategy is where a lot of us as business owners live. We're planning out our weekly, monthly, and quarterly tasks so we can move that ball to the finish line, to the goal. And that's when we're starting to win battles, when we're doing midterm strategy. But it's the long-term strategy that allows us to win the war. Now, we aren't necessarily at war, but you know what I'm talking about. If we can plan out semi-annually, yearly, even be so bold as to know our exit strategy, what is in place 10 years from now? Where do we want to be? Well, that is the long-term strategy. So let's look at that. So just out of curiosity, raising some hands. All right. How many of you guys have a long-term strategy? How many of you guys have it planned out what you're going to be doing 10 years from now? Yes, Ali, that's fantastic. All right. How many of us are living in the midterm strategy? Hey, I include myself in this. Yes. Raising hands. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Melissa, she's awesome. Okay. And then short-term strategy. Okay. Confess. Come on. Come on. Confess to Sister Jen here. How many of us are fighting fires, right? It's okay. It's okay. It's you're amongst friends and family. Okay. We're going to show you all strategies. So let's talk about the short-term strategy as step number 1. That is planning your social media engagement strategy. So by the way, I'm going to go through this fairly fast because I want us to get to a point where we're actually talking and working together on some ideas. But if I'm going too fast, please stop me, let me know so I can answer questions. Cool? Okay. The thing is consistency. Okay. We are managing the social media for 60 plus auto repair shops across the country. I have to plan or I have way too much chaos. And when the very first slide that I had, do you see this girl ripping out her hair? Yeah, that would be me if I did not have a plan to handle all of you. Okay. So, right. So what you want to do is you want to post a minimum of 2 times per week on all your social media channels. But in today's world, ideally, if you can, you want to post daily on all of your social media channels because content is king and queen in today's world. Why? Because everyone's at home and they're looking at this thing. They're looking at this thing constantly. In fact, I don't know if you guys are measuring your screen time on your phone, but it's ridiculous how much I'm on my phone, right? And I know I'm not alone in this because that is what's trending in the world right now. Now, when you really want to step up engagement, when you really want to see that you get an ROI in your social media, you want to respond to everybody who comments on your posts. I have a prime example. How many of you guys allow your social media marketing person, which is wonderful, to just handle 100% of your social media? Can I get some honesty here? Yeah? You outsource it, you just let 100% of it happen with your social media team. Okay, super, great, nothing wrong with that. A lot of my clients have it to where, Jen, you handle all that. I'm gonna sit back, I've got a business to run. Awesome. But the shops that really perform and can really see a return on investment with their social media are the ones that actively engage. Here's an example. There's a guy named Patrick Dolder. He owns Pal's Ocala Auto Repair in Florida, Ocala, Florida. We ran a Facebook ad. They do a lot of classic car restoration. Our first Facebook ad, it hadn't even been up for a week. He got a like on it from a guy named Travis. Travis asked a question. Oh, I like this ad. Can I see some pictures of some of the restorations you've done? And I responded, yes, they will be coming soon, because that's really all I have control over. I'm not physically at the shop. I can do some communication, but all I could do was engage with that one question. Travis would later text via the website, Kukui website of Pal's Ocala Auto Repair and ask more questions. Can I see some information? Can I talk to somebody? Patrick calls the guy immediately, also friends him on Facebook. Travis is purchasing a 1939 Buick up in Tennessee for approximately $14,000. He knows it's going to have a lot of work. And Patrick said, I haven't looked at it. Obviously, there's stuff I'm going to need to see in person, but you need to understand if you purchase a vehicle like this, you might be spending $50,000. Are you okay with it? That's what Patrick asked him on the phone. Travis said, yes. So can you see that Travis engaging with Patrick and them talking, not just letting their social media stuff just run, but actually engaging? Do you see that there's return on investment there for the ad spend? By the way, the ad spend was $500. So he did the calculations. It's an 88% return on investment. Can you say good numbers? Yes, yes. Okay, so engagement is important. So like and comment on the posts of others you are following. And then if you really want to build up your group, your social media presence, engage with at least 5 new people each day to expand your network. Now, some of you may not have time for that. That's okay. That's what marketing agencies can do for you. But I just want to let you know, every single time I've seen the shop actively engaged, their numbers are higher than those that don't. So lesson learned. All right, step number 2. Now, this is a midterm strategy. This is planning your social media posts in 3-month batches. Again, I talked about it a little earlier. We are managing 60 plus accounts. There is no way I can keep my sanity and have any sort of life if I am doing everything last minute in a chaotic fashion. So we batch it. It's like January through all of March. We go ahead, create 3 months worth of posts, schedule it, keep an eye on it, and then rolling around February, we will start creating new posts for the next 3 months, April, May, June. Thank you, June. I have to do the math. And then we that's how we roll out our social media posts in 3-month batches, and we schedule everything. It really removes the chaos, and it really is something that's important. So creating a framework is also important. I've taught this in multiple things. I was recently in a Make It Rain webinar for a totally different group. It's a group of authors and public speakers. And I was saying, look, if you are constantly pushing your business in every single social media post, it feels like spam. The joke that I always make is I feel like taking a shower every time I feel like I've been spammed too much, because it's just like, stop with the push. I'm tired of it, right? And especially at the beginning of the year, when you get too much spam stuff, what do you want to do? You want to unsubscribe, right? You want those emails to stop. You don't want to follow that channel anymore. It's too much. So be sensitive. And how do you do it? Well, you use the 3 E's. You post an engaging post, something entertaining, something engaging, educational, engaging, and entertaining. If I could just read my own stuff, right? And then after you've earned the right to befriend them, then you send them to the website. So it's a 3-to-1 ratio, right? So 75% is in the 3 E's, entertaining, educational, engaging, and then you can send them to your website because you've earned that right. You don't want to be hitting them all the time. You just want to do a little jab, a little information. And it really does tie in very, very well to the idea of giving to get. It's the reciprocity. Hey, here's some really interesting and helpful information about what to pack in your first aid kit in your car. Here are some great helpful ideas about how to identify when your shocks are worn out and the safety behind having shocks that are working properly. There's like so many different things. Like you can grab a camera. These iPhones and different mobile devices are super easy to use. Take it into your shop. Show everybody. Here's how you jumpstart a car. Here's how you check your brakes. Here's how you check your tires. There's so many things. And folks, you can even have online car clinics now, thanks to Zoom and Google Meet and all the other stuff, because they no longer have to be in your shop. You can just set up the cameras, the lighting, and go, right? Great stuff. That can all be captured. That can be part of your 3 E's. And then after you've entertained them, educated them, engaged them, then ask them for their business, okay? And continue engaging with your audience. Okay, step 3. Step 3. Oops, that was already there. There we go. Plan out your events for your year. Okay, we will be doing this together. We're going to be talking about this toward the end of this. So I just want to start planting some seeds, okay? I want you to think about your events for the year. Some of us have promotions that we do around Valentine's Day. Some of us have breaks for breasts in October. Some of us have car care month. What is that, April? I think that's April, right? Some of us have an employee, or sorry, not an employee, a customer appreciation barbecue when it's not COVID. I know COVID's really taken the wind out of our sails for a lot of in-person events, but just because things have gone online does not mean that you have to stop connecting with your community. In fact, I'm going to say you can do more, just like this meeting right here, where we've got Berkeley in the house, we've got San Jose in the house, we've got all of Southern California, we've got Monterey in the house. We don't have to, interrupt our day or get into traffic and do all these things. We can just do it from the comfort of our computer. So what can you do? I really want you to think about this, and we will talk about this later. What can you do event-wise that you can do virtually and still get engagement with your community? Because remember, you guys aren't selling people. You guys are helping people. You are making the world a better place, one auto repair at a time. You are changing lives, and you are the answer to somebody's prayer because you helped them out. So how do you engage? How do you plan events virtually so you can stay engaged with your audience? Yeah. So when you're doing this, what we'll do is we'll grab a calendar, and we really will grab a calendar. We're going to decide which seasonal and quarterly events you want to promote, come up with 12 months of blog topics. Can anyone figure out why I want you to create all of your blog topics at the top of the year versus doing it as you go? Aha, it's for planning and to remove the chaos out of your life. If you can sit down, which we will, and come up with 12 different blog topics for you to hit, and just have whoever it is that's writing the blog within your team. Maybe you've got a service advisor that's really great at this. Maybe it's you. Maybe you want to have different people in your team rotate and change it up and have them write a blog each month. Switch it off. Who cares? Maybe you outsource it to someone like me. I don't care. But when you have a blog that shows up on your website at least once a month, that helps your SEO performance, which keeps you toward the top of the search engine results pages. And that's what we all want, right? We want to be seen by our target audience, and your monthly blog will help you with that. So we're going to get into that. And then also too, anytime that you do host an online event or even an in-person event, trust me as the marketer, give yourself at least 12 weeks to launch if you have not done something like this before, because there is a lot of time and effort that goes into it. And you don't want to be putting on something that looks kind of half done, half baked. You know what I mean? Okay, part of step number 3, planning out your events for the year, I want to share this with you. Now, I recognize that this is super small, so I am going to make it bigger. Can you guys see this a little bit better? Can you kind of read my screen? If you cannot, don't worry, I'm going to read it to you. In fact, I'll tell you what, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if I can make command, what is it? Plus, I'm going to see if I can. Aha, there we go. Can you guys see it better now? Yeah. Okay, good. All right. Yeah, I know, old people eyes. I've got it too. Okay. So, all right. So let's see here. This is what we've done for Rockstar Marketing, because here's the deal. I can come up with all kinds of cool ideas, but unless I write this stuff down, it goes out the window, right? Am I alone in this? How many of us have come up with really brilliant ideas? I'm scrolling through the pictures. I want to see hands. There's Leanne. How many of us have come up with ideas and they were brilliant, and then we didn't write them down, and then we forgot what we were supposed to do. Yes? Okay, great. Or here's what I've done. Here's what I've done. I'm guilty of this too. I create a beautiful spreadsheet. I share it with my team, and then I forget about it. Have we done this? Can we say employee handbooks much? Right?
Accountability
Right?
partner.
Yeah, right. Systems and systems, standard operating procedures. Have we forgotten where we put them? Have they gotten dust on that folder? Yes. All right. So guess what you should do? Print it out. So guess what I had to do? I had to print out my own dang spreadsheet, and I had to put it on my desk in a place that I could see it on a regular basis, because my busy business owner mind is focusing other things like payroll and taxes and end of year numbers and profit and loss statements. Oh yeah, what was that thing I was supposed to do in January for marketing? Oh, that's right. I'm supposed to plan my 2021 goals. Oh, and I'm coming up with a webinar for doing our vision boards on January 16th. And I also have a free bonus webinar, by the way. We'll talk about that. I have a free thing for everybody. I want you guys to come on Friday the 15th. I still have to set it up, but trust me, if you're interested, you're invited. And then the theme of the month is fresh start, because it's January. And even though the little magic fairies did not suddenly make 2021, like everything didn't just go away when the clock struck midnight, but at least we've got a new year to play with, right? And some hope, right? And then videos I need to create. I'm going to do some webinar replays so more people can see what we've done. Posts to create, how to visualize goals, and then create some emails. So what I've done is I've created the year, the month, the quarter, so I know where I'm at. I've even color coded it. So here is the first quarter in blue, the second quarter is in yellow, the third quarter in green, etc. Then I've got it spelled out, my goals, my events that I want to put on, the theme of each month, the videos that I need to create. Because let me tell you something, videos are so mainstream now. There's no more excuse not to do video. And it's so easy when you have yourself a little mobile device. So videos to create. And trust me, there is somebody on your team who loves TikTok and is not shy about making a video. I promise you, there is somebody on your team who's willing to do it. So, and if not, I know someone who can. And posts to create, that can be done by your social media marketing experts or whoever's on your team. And then emails, right? Because you all do email blasts, correct? To stay in touch with your client base and let them know what you're up to. If not, consider doing that. So honestly, screenshot this or copy this, whatever you need, go ahead and steal my idea, rip it off, because when you can use a nice little spreadsheet showing you what you need to do each month, that removes the chaos from your marketing, and it will help your car count. Yes, it will help your car count. It will help your revenue, because when you and your team know what the plan is, you are not going to have down days. Yes? Who wants to be busy all the time? Yes? Yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I love these raised hands. I love you guys. I'm like, no, I don't want more money. Said no one, right? Okay. So let's go back to this. All right. So that was what that screen looked like. Oh, look. And I even, well, I guess since it's bigger, we might as well keep it bigger, right? That's helpful for the eyes. Yeah. Okay. Now, Jen, I don't like to plan so much because it removes the opportunity for spontaneity. Sorry, I'm going to argue that. No. You planning things out actually leaves more room for spontaneous opportunities, because when you know that you have a plan in place, then all you're doing is just adding icing to the cake. You've already baked your cake. You already know what it is that you've got done, right? But then if some new thing happens, like say, for example, you've got a team member who had a birthday, take a picture of your team member and their birthday cake, and we celebrated their birthday, post it. That goes right along with the other posts that you've created. There's nothing wrong with having more stuff in there. There's nothing wrong with actually, oh, there's an opportunity because this just happened. Oh, I need to alert people about it. Let's get online and talk about it. you know, when you have a slower month with fewer events, you can keep that ball rolling by talking about what's going on. So like I said, we can all stay busy when we have a plan. If we know that our January theme is a fresh start, why not make videos about how to start off the year with New Year's resolutions for your car? If you take care of your equipment will take care of you, right? There are so many things you can do to educate, engage, and entertain the people that you're working with and get some business out of it. And then also too, when you're writing your monthly blogs, you can create your next batch of social media posts, and you can write about current events, and you can say, hey, you know, spring break is going on and this is happening in the world. And here are some tips on how to road trip safely. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I have not traveled much because, well, one, we're here in California. We have a lot of shelter in place, but then also two, I'm just going to be honest. The bathrooms aren't open, right? And I do not have a portable pee funnel. I'm sorry. I'm a girl. I wish I did. I could probably order one from Amazon, but the point is that I don't want to travel because I don't want to get stuck somewhere, nor do I want to be on the road when things are closed and something weird happens, right? And then I can't take care of my car. I can't, you know, I've had actually friends who are from Monterey and they drove down to Southern California to some remote area, not the major metro area, somewhere in the valley. And it was a Saturday and it was during the shelter in place, and their Mazda Miata broke down and they called the tow truck, and the tow truck driver said, well, nobody's open. So even if I took your car there, you'd be sitting around for 2 days. So how about if I just take you to a hotel? So that was kind of the story of 2020, right? The big dumpster fire every year. But hey, you know, there's all different kinds of spontaneous opportunities where you can jump in and add to the tapestry that you've already set for yourself by planning. And then importantly, review your goals. Review your goals to see if you're on track. Like, I don't know about you guys, but last year I made my vision board for what 2020 was going to bring me. And in January, I'm like, oh, I'm going to travel more. I'm going to do these things, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to see family, and I'm going to do all these things, right? And then wah, wah, we all know what happened in March, right? And all of our plans were shot to hell. Isn't there like a song about that? Like, you know, or if not, there should be a song about that. But the point is that what if your goals change? What if an illness does happen? What if something happens? It's important to review your goals because, like I said earlier, maybe you just flat out forgot that you wrote this down, and it's like, oh, that's right. I got to get this thing ready for February. I got to get this thing ready for June. Oh, yeah, of course. So review and plan, and guess what? You'll still be able to be spontaneous. And then step 5, this is really critical. Make sure that you share your goals with your team. How many of us have naively come up with a whole bunch of goals? We've created a business plan, we've put together procedures, and we didn't effectively communicate it with our team. I'm guilty. I thought I told them about everything, and apparently I forgot some stuff. Am I alone in this? Come on, this is Jen's confessional, but come on, I'm not alone, right? Okay, I am alone. Okay, so fine. Throw me under the bus. I love you guys. Anyway, what you want to do is you want to discuss the short-term, the midterm, and the long-term goals with your team, right? You want them informed because guess what? There is no I in team, right? And none of us are as smart as all of us, right? You might be the boss, but true or false, sometimes your employees come up with really good ideas. True? True? Sometimes they also come up with real bombs of ideas. We understand that. But truly, if you engage your team and say, hey, I'm thinking about this. What are your thoughts? You might find that you actually come up with something equal or better than what you'd originally dreamt up. Yes? And then ask them, what systems and processes do they need to achieve the end results? Maybe you want to double your revenue this year. That's not a bad goal at all, right? But what systems and processes are going to get you there. Because if you don't have the systems and processes in place, you're likely to implode and you're not going to hit those goals. Yes? Right? So maybe they have ideas to help you achieve the end results, and they might show you where there are missing pieces to the puzzle. So engage your team. And if they do have a good idea worth exploring, well, try it, document it, and analyze it. Look at it closely because it might be a real winner. Like Rory said earlier, he said, you know, there's that history of 20 years. We tried this and it didn't work, so we never want to try it again. But context and content are completely different 20 years later. So why not look at it again? It might actually have been a great idea that was ahead of its time, and the technology did not catch up with it until now. I mean, we've been talking about Dick Tracy watches ever before the iPhone or the Apple Watch, right? And then like this was the coolest thing ever a few years ago, but now like Zoom and other, you know, online conferences, it's like now mainstream. It's no longer something that special people do. Everyone's doing it now. And that's kind of cool because I don't know about you guys, but I really enjoy seeing my grandmother every week online because she's in Florida and she's 97, and traveling over there to see her is a little tough, you know? So I'm enjoying the fact that we're embracing this technology. Try your ideas, document them and analyze them. See if you want to rinse or repeat or adjust. Remember, Rob Rosell in San Diego, he talks about the combination lock, right? There's usually like 4 numbers in a lockbox, right? And you can dial in, but you know, it's like you can dial it in to where you've got those 3 correct numbers, but what's that 4th? What's that missing number? You need to just constantly play with that combination and tweak just a little bit to see what's going to unlock it to success to where you can reach your next $1 million of revenue. And it is possible. It is possible. I promise you it is. So also too, another step is the team working well together as a unit? If not, why not? Perhaps a process isn't working or a system has not been defined yet. Find a solution together. Because really, I'm sure you guys have seen this in your own businesses. We don't hire dumb people, but sometimes we're like, dang it, why did they make such a dumb move? Guess what? The systems and processes failed them. They're not dumb. It's because they didn't have direction. That's our fault, right? So what I'm doing in this presentation is giving you a really good, solid plan so your marketing never, ever fails you. And your service advisors are going to have an easier time closing the sales that you need. Everything is going to be far less chaotic if you go with this. So are we cool with getting some good work done? Yeah? Okay, great. Here's what we're going to do. Now, screenshot this because this is your homework, but we're going to do some of this together, okay? So screenshot this or write this down. If you want to remove the chaos from your social media strategy, do these 5 steps and you'll have it all under control. Yay, right? So create your year-long content calendar, plot out your monthly, quarterly, and annual events, share it with your team so everyone is on board. Yeah? Okay, step 2, create and schedule social media posts following the 3 E's in 3-month batches. What are those 3 E's? Entertaining, engaging, educational, and then you've earned the right to send them to your website. Yes? Step 3, create 12 months of blog topics right now before January's over. Like, I'm even going to challenge you, do it before the end of this evening because we're going to get focused on it together. But if you can't do it this evening, by Friday, have every single month spelled out. I promise you, you're going to thank me later because I removed the chaos. Hey, let's have fun with it, right? Step 4, manage your social media posts, but more importantly, engage with your audience on a regular basis. And if you can't do it because you're too busy working the business, find someone who can, okay? And then step 5, leave room for spontaneity and impromptu opportunities. All right. Now, let's get some work done. Now, I'm going to stop the share. what I'd like to do, everyone, is I would like to allow anyone who wants to talk to take themselves off of mute. I see that there's a direct message for me. Sorry, I was sued for big money not having it. Yeah. What if you don't use websites anymore? Oh, what if you don't use websites anymore? Oof. All right. So not having a website is suicide. How are people going to find you? So you can get a free website. It's going to poorly perform SEO wise. You can get together with Kakui. You can get together with any, there's Auto Shop Solutions, there's Auto Vitals, there's, a local website agency. There's different opportunities. But the thing that I would say is having a website is giving everyone an online address. It's kind of like if you don't have your, well, here's an example. Okay, I live at 601A Dickman Avenue in Monterey, California. Okay, I have an address so I can get mail and my friends can stop by and find me here at home when I'm working, right? Your website is your online address. If they can't find you in a website, how are they going to make an appointment with you? How are they going to ask questions? How are they going to find you? It is not easy to find you when you don't have a website. So we won't go into that too much. I don't want to beat anybody over the head, but please talk with a website agency that can keep you out of trouble, but give you the presence that you need. Because again, if people cannot find you on this little guy, to them, you don't exist, right? So that's all I have to say about that. Okay, so what I want us to do is does everyone have their 2021 calendars handy? Do you have your 2021? Can you just do me the favor, grab one of your calendars. I've got 2 of them, okay? Grab a calendar. We're gonna do an actual exercise here, okay? Ready? Grab your pen, grab your calendar. Okay, it's January. What's our theme going to be? What's our theme going to be? What can you do at your shop that makes sense for January? Is it a fresh start? Is it winterizing your vehicle? Is it making sure you have the appropriate tires on when you decide to go skiing in the snow? I know we're not like, the northeast or anything like that, but I love it.
Yes,
Melissa's,
please do that when you come to Lake Arrowhead. We would really appreciate it.
right? I love you, Melissa. You got your calendar. I saw you. So yeah, what do you want your theme to be? And what can be the blog topic that is born of that theme? So what do you want to talk about in January? And what's the blog topic? So I'm gonna just share an idea because I'm gonna pull a blog topic for a client in Florida. So I know you guys cannot compete against this client. So, and also too, they specialize in imported vehicles. So they primarily high-end European. So you know what their January blog is? Jaguar, then and now. It's a historical perspective on Jaguar vehicles, how they've evolved, how they were, once that, English car that never ran, but it's got the long story, it's got the legend, and then now what the Jaguar is like, right? And why do we say Jaguar versus Jaguar? So the point is that there we go. So what you want to do is you want to come up with your theme that's appropriate for your business. Yes? Yes? Okay. All righty. I love it, Glenn. You're great. Okay. Now, February. By the way, I've changed screens. I can't see everybody. Did everyone get their January written down? Or do you at least have an idea of what you want to do for January? Great. Okay. I'm going to call on people. John's iPad, because you're there in my bottom right-hand corner. Unmute yourself, please. What would be a good theme for February?
Well, you've already got the winter covered, so.
What's a big holiday in February? Hint, hint.
Oh, that's my kid's birthday.
There you go. Kids' birthdays. Okay, the other one. Valentine's Day, anyone?
It's coming along.
Or are we all single here?
Okay, but what does Valentine's Day have to do with your car maintenance?
Ooh, that's a great question. I just happened to finish writing a blog about 5 different ways you can show your love for your loved ones in unusual ways. For example, getting their car serviced, filling up their gas tank. How about a nice detail? How about a new set of tires they've been talking about? How about just making sure that the car is clean? Right?
That's a great idea.
There are so many different things you guys can talk about. How about romantic drives in your local region? Ooh, but before
we're not allowed to do that
drive,
anymore.
but before you go on that drive, make sure your car gets serviced because you don't want that romantic interlude to turn into something else. Right?
Yep.
So there you go. Okay, cool. Thanks, John, for playing. All right.
Yep.
Davey, March. What are we going to do in March, buddy?
Celebrate the 1-year anniversary of COVID.
Okay, celebrate 1-year anniversary. I love that tongue in cheek. What can we do to help people celebrate 1-year anniversary of surviving COVID? Maybe going on a road trip to celebrate? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking reassess how much you're letting fear dictate your life.
There you go. And maybe go on a road trip.
Yes.
Right? Because
Right.
hey, have you guys noticed the sale of RVs has gone up about 2,000%? Is that nuts? Right? Right? Here's another really interesting fact. Okay, and I don't know if this could be a part of Davey's celebration of COVID, but I really do want to share something with you that was shocking to me. Shocking to me. I have a Mini Cooper Countryman, and it's sitting out there on the street right there. Okay, so
Sorry to hear that.
oh shush. I love my car. That car is going to be entered in car shows. I love that car so much. Why? Because I got the very first model. It's a 2011. So yes, I've spent way more money on it than I should have, but that's aside the point, right? Melissa knows how much I love my car. But the point is that every year on January 1st, I write down my mileage. So then that way, when I'm doing business stuff and insurance stuff, I can have a true calculation of my full mileage. I average about 10,000 miles per year because I'm in Monterey. Why go anywhere, guys? I'm in paradise. But the point is that I usually average 10,000. Does anyone want to take a guess of what my mileage was this year? Anyone? Does anyone feel bold? Go ahead. Throw out a number.
3,000.
How much?
3,000.
Close, but lower. Anyone else?
1,500.
Okay, a little bit more. All right, shall I just go ahead and tell you guys? 2,335 miles was all I put on my car in the entire year.
Wow.
When I saw that, it blew my mind. I am your ideal customer, folks. I might be
Still
part
need
of the
your oil
brotherhood and
change.
sisterhood here, but I'm your ideal customer. I'm the one that wants to just give you my keys and say, look, I trust you. I love you. I know you're going to take good care of me. Take my money. Just fix my car. I told you I'm your ideal customer. Yes. You all want to see me walking into your shop because I'm going to pay whatever you tell me to pay. Yes. Because I drive a damn Mini Cooper. But the point is that going along with what Davey was saying earlier, how can we celebrate or educate maybe a car care clinic? What happens to a car when it's only got 23, 35 miles on it for the entire year? What does that do to the fluids? What does that do for everything? Maybe you can turn March into an educational event. Ta-da! I know you guys love me. You're getting so much good stuff out of this. April, let's talk about April. Melissa, what are you going to do in April, girl? Taxes? Any tax specials going on or something like that?
That would be awesome. I think maybe a discount. April would be a good month to give a discount.
Yes. Ooh.
And get people in those first 2 weeks that are always really slow. That March and April are really the slowest months, the beginning of April.
That would give a nice boost, wouldn't it?
So
Yeah.
you could say get in before April 15th and then get,
Be Bob's tax break.
call to action, get them in.
Right? Hey, that just gave me a great idea. How many of you guys have already received your $600 stimulus check? Yeah? Mine
My-
arrived. I couldn't believe it. It came
My
yesterday.
employee said she got hers.
Now might be a good time. Hey, stimulate your car. Right? Okay, cool. Thanks, Melissa. Love you. Okay. All right, we're in May. What are we doing in May, folks? Norm, please share with me. I know you're in the insurance world. No, accounting world. Accounting or insurance? I can't remember.
Oh, God.
What would you do in May for your car? Or what would you tell these guys to do in May for your car?
What,
I caught him off guard, didn't I?
yeah, what would I do to my car?
Well, there's
I'll leave
Memorial
that
Day
to the
weekend.
mechanic to decide what to do.
Ooh, how about preventative maintenance for upcoming summertime road trips? How about making sure your car is ready for summer? Or it's Memorial Day weekend, right? So maybe there's going to be some travel going on. Hopefully we can start traveling again.
Hopefully,
God.
yeah, that's a
Right?
good idea.
Right? So Rory, help me with a blog topic that would be appropriate for May. Thinking about all these vacations and school letting out and all that stuff coming up. What would you write about for May?
We would write about why maintenance going into summer is important, why checking your battery. A lot of people think, that going into winter is the most important time to check the battery. But in fact, many of the failures happen in the summer when it gets extremely hot. And that's, a lot of people don't realize that. So we would want to definitely check the battery before you do your long trip in the cooling system. We have a tremendous, my newsletter would include why it's important to do it, because we're climbing this hill, 6,000 feet, in less than 20 miles. And we have roadside breakdowns because people are not maintaining their cooling system.
There you go. There you go. And Gregory Lip, he just said spring break check. Oh yeah, totally, right? And hey, Gregory, while we're on it, buddy, what would you do for June? School's out, right?
No, I gave you one already. Spring break.
Oh, come on. You were on a roll there. What would you do when school's out? What would you talk about, Mr. Teacher?
Man, why are you putting me up on that like that? I already gave my offerings there. School's out. So let's see. June gloom. School's out. Say again?
Vacation.
There you go. Thank you,
Vacation
Kirk.
time. Thank you.
Kirk
All
just
right.
saved you, Greg. I
Kirk
love it.
helped.
All right, VJ and his lovely assistant, July. Oops, that's a centerfold of this calendar. July. What would you guys do? Air conditioner much?
Yeah, I guess. What do you think, my daughter, Divya? Yeah, I guess it's a Independence Day, something to do with
There you go. Oh, I got a topic for you. Warning, I've already used this, but it's really fun. Oh, say, can you see through your windshield wipers?
Sure.
You could talk about visibility. You could talk about blinkers and headlights and tail lights and windshield wipers and cleaning the headlights, the lenses. Yes. Oh, say, can you see? No, I can't see. Could you please show me where the fireworks are? Because I can't see them. You like these ideas? Value, babies. Value. Tim and Joanna. August, what you got for me, buddy?
What I got for you in August is what everybody always forgets about, the cabin filter. Why is it so expensive? And now that we're going back into pollen season and before you get ready for COVID, detail disinfect cabin filter.
Genius.
Go
Genius.
Back to school. Back to school.
There you go. Hey, okay. All right. Ali, what do you want to do for September, Ali?
Yeah, it's back to school, and also September. Reminded people about the September 11th. It's always like you have a talk about.
Ooh, good one. Does anyone have this would be a good time to veterans, first responders, all the people that are front lines. Let's do something to honor you in memory. We are not to forget, right? Great idea. Great idea.
Your car is able to get your kids back to school.
Kirk, you're on fire, man. I wish I could see you. You're just a black screen. So like, I don't see you, but now that you're here, now that I know you're really listening, you're active. What do you come up with for October, Kirk? There he is.
There.
What do you want to do in October?
Exhaust.
Yeah, I'm
No.
October would be, don't let your car become scary by keeping it maintained.
I love it. Okay. Kirk, you're
October is a
hired
break
as a
for
marketer.
press.
You can come on, hang out with me and my team because you're good.
Yeah, October break for breast.
And Breaks for Breast for those that participate in that. Exactly. Right?
Come
Because
on.
you've got the Breaks for Breast that's put together by Leanne Best and her partner over in the Midwest that donates to the Cleveland Clinic, trying to find
Yeah, and also
a
come on.
vaccine. And then you've got the one that's from like AutoNet
on.
or something like that. There's like two of them, two programs, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, you can do
I
a
do
breast
the
cancer
break for
awareness.
breast and Kumon.
Right on.
Kumon
Yeah.
and break for breast.
Okay, yeah,
Kumon.
Coolant too.
Yeah.
Hey, Jennifer.
All right, let's see who else I'm going to pick on. I'm going to go to this other page here. Carlos, help me out. What do we want to
Jennifer?
do in November, honey?
Oh, Thanksgiving. Be grateful for your car.
No, he's right. It's so true. That's so true. Be grateful for your car, and here's how to take better care of it because you've neglected it all year. Yeah. And you got to get it ready for the summer or the winter time, right? Yeah, got to get it ready for ski season. And
Has to
then
be ready to visit your family during the travel time.
over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. Is your car ready? Yep. Right? And then let's see here. Who have I not called? Jim, do me the favor and finish up the year with December, honey.
Be thankful for your car. I'm trying to think. December would be, it's got to be something Christmassy, holiday. Give your car a present.
Ooh, I like that. That's along the same lines of Valentine's Day. Show your car some love, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Or here are some handy car accessories that could make your holiday travel
There's your
season
homework.
easier. Here are some apps you can consider. Here are some things you can. Oh gosh, I saw the funniest meme. It was a sunglass holder attached to a visor on the driver's side. And somebody put a taco in it and said, look, a taco holder came with my car. Like, wouldn't it be fun for real if we really did have taco holders? That'd be awesome, right? Okay, gang. So guess what we just did? We came up with a full year's worth of ideas. Can we say, yes, we have done it. Yay. So I'm serious. I really want you all to consider having all this mapped out by Friday, because hey, there's no time like the present to have your entire year planned, communicate with your team, and then you can go. And here's, if you can't, here's some other ideas. Preparations for allergy season, changing your cabin filters. Spare care, maintaining and protecting your spare tire. Okay. The best apps for vacation driving. I'm throwing all these out there because I'm just wanting to give you guys ideas because I'm your sister in support. I want you all to succeed and I want you to drive traffic to your shops. What to do if you're stuck in a natural disaster, such as what to do if fire happens near you, which happens every year in California, as we sadly know. What about in an event of an earthquake? What about in a storm? There's like so many different things. What if there are downed trees? Like there's different stuff that we can talk about. How about tips for the new drivers in your home? Like, okay, everyone suddenly forgets how to drive right when the rains start hitting, right? Because the roads get super slick and everyone's hydroplaning all over the place. How about a little blog showing them how not to lose control of the car, right? Or if they do want to go into the snow and go skiing, here's how not to get in trouble when you hit black ice. Or here's, how to correct yourself out of a skid, or here's what not to do. There are so many things we can talk about, folks, because to be American is to be a car culture. That's what we are. And car culture is getting cool again. Have you noticed how many drive-in movie theaters are like coming back online? Have you noticed how, like, you know, getting out and getting freedom in your car is becoming a thing again that millennials never used to think about, but now everyone's so cooped up with their family that they really want to get out in their car now. They really want to go explore their local region because they're done. Like, right? So many things. So if it's okay with you guys, I want to tell you some things that are coming up that you guys can participate in with me if you wish. Some of these things, actually most of these things, don't cost any money, so yay. But there are some things that if you feel like you want to take advantage of it. So first thing is, if you would like to get on any of my mailing lists or stay in touch with me and get free information, I love teaching, guys. Like when I got the call from Tim, like, hey, would you like to teach? I'm like, hell yeah, because I love my community and I love sharing information because there's so much abundance out there. I am not giving away the store by sharing ideas with you, because I'm smart enough to know that you got to do the work to get those ideas executed, right? But here's the thing, truly, call on me. You don't have to work with me to talk with me. Just ask me. I'm happy to share information. And if I'm lucky enough to help you in your business, all the better, right? But here's some things coming up online I really want you guys to know about, because I may or may not have gotten all my ducks in a row by tonight, but I will by the end of this week. Okay. My new book, The Give to Get Principle, which is available on Amazon.com. You can either get it in the Kindle format for, like, I think it's $2.99, or you can get it in paperback copy, which is $9.99. I don't know, but it's meant to be a workbook. So what I've done is I've shared some of the stories of some of the most successful auto repair shops in the country. I have, and hey, by the way, John Epstein's featured in there as well. Hey, but like, I have truly taken some of the champions of our industry and I have shared their information in this book. I really want you to look at it. Some of you have already downloaded my book. Thank you, Joseph, and have started reading it. And I'm getting some rave reviews, and we did hit the bestseller. So it's the bestseller in the auto repair industry. That's for dang sure. So that's something that you can look at. And you can go to Amazon.com, or if you want to just simplify things, you can go to JenniferFilzen.com. You can see all the cool stuff. In fact, oh, by the way, why don't I share my screen again? I actually did have my my screen up. And I have my contact information in case you need it. There's all of my contact information. Please do a screenshot, write it down. I'm your sister in support. You can contact me anytime. But let me keep going with all the ideas I've got for you. I have a free webinar coming up. I said free, you know, your favorite four-letter word. Yeah, free. And I've got this guy named Chuck Perry. He is so amazing. He is the general manager you all wish you had. Oh my God. And what's really cool is that this guy has been to federal prison. Yes, I've got a guy who has quite the story dealing with the mob. It's amazing. His story is amazing. But let me tell you what, he took the business that he runs. The shop was averaging about $600,000 per year. This year, they are kissing 1.8 million. Yes. Now, that was not an overnight thing. That's taken some time to develop. But let me tell you something. You want to be available to hear what Chuck Perry of Pals Ocala Auto Service, Pals Ocala Auto Repair has to say. That's going to be on Friday, the 15th of January. I do not have that up on my website yet. It should be by Friday, but what I want you guys to do, send me an email to jenniferfilzen@gmail.com. Let me know that you want more information on this free webinar. I'll be happy to enter you into my database so you are informed of it, okay? The next day, I'm doing another thing that's completely free. It's just me being my normal wacky self. Think of it like an online social hour, but what I'm going to be doing is building my own vision board for the year. Have you guys ever participated in doing a vision board for yourself? Have you Have you guys? Yeah, Rory shit. Yeah, right on. Okay, so what you do is you take poster board. It's kind of like we're going back to like elementary school and we're in the arts and crafts room, right? And we've got our glue sticks and we've got our pens and stuff and we've got magazines and we cut out our pictures. If you don't have magazines, guess what? You have a thing called Google. You can search the images and the phrases and the keywords that you want to do that inspire you. Anyway, what we do is we put everything up on our board and then we share, okay, these are the things that I'm going to be doing this year. And you know what? It's a great frame of reference for envisioning your goals, because when you can see your goals on a daily basis, it will help you achieve them. So if you want to find $1 million bill, or, you know, more cars, or the kind of car or the kind of client that you want, and you want to put that on your vision board, great. Join me on the 16th of January. That's a Saturday. So yeah, we can even have our beers, we can have our wines, we can have whatever you're in the mood for to drink. We'll have a little social hour. And honestly, send me an email, jenniferfilzen@gmail.com, letting me know that you're interested. Okay, I've talked about that. Here's another cool thing. Okay, have you guys ever been to the Vision Conference in Kansas City in February, March? Okay, that is the largest independent training event in the country, Vision, and it is awesome. And I'm so honored. I have been chosen to teach there for a third time. I'm so excited. And what you want to do is you want to go to visionkc.com, KC standing for Kansas City. And it's going to be a virtual event this year, which is kind of sad, because I tell you what, I love going to Kansas City and getting their barbecue. I don't know about you guys, but Kansas City barbecue, man. Oh my God, their burnt ends. Oh, so good. Anyway, the point being is that this is a great opportunity, because who typically from California goes to Kansas City? Not many of you, right? Like Randy, you were shaking your head. You've never been to Vision, right? Well, guess what, folks? And I'm teaching a video marketing class. I'm going to teach you how to do it, not just tell you what you need to do. And like, you know, I'm going to show you how to do it. We're going to actually, just like I did with this class, you're going to have some hands-on, you're going to have some stuff that you can truly take with you when you're done. So think about going to Vision. It's online in 2021, and I will be your host with the most. And then if you do want to work with me, great. I would love to talk with you. Joseph was asking me, okay, what's your entry level thing? Well, we have a deal where if you would like us to handle your social media marketing, it is 2 posts per week on all of your social media channels. We do a monthly blog for you, and we also can handle all of your customer reviews. That's the basic social media package, and that is $450 per month. Now, some of you might say, oh, there are other places that do it cheaper. But we don't do cookie cutter here at Rockstar Marketing. We tailor the story to you. So your posts are not the same as Jack down the street or Harry 2 streets over, or, you know, 2 cities over. So that's the reason why we are what we are. It's super affordable. Would you believe that my very first auto repair shop client 11 years ago is still with me today? Robert Wiesenberg, Robert's Collision and Repair here in Monterey. He's still with me because I price things to where you're not just with me for a contract. Oh yeah, and by the way, I don't do contracts. We do it on verbal, like, yeah, of course I'll take care of you. And if you need to quit, well, fine, give me 30 days at least. But the whole point is I want to make sure I work with you and support you for years, not just a flash in the pan. So there is my thing. And also too, just to reiterate it, I'm your sister in support. Call me. Don't be shy. I'm your friend. I've got my cell phone number right here. Text me, call me, whatever you want. 408-833-9868. And I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Joseph, how'd you like to give away some money?
Yeah, you know, I was thinking about that. That would be a nice thing to do. And here we've got our little squirrel cage. So we're going to draw 4 numbers, and your choice will be a $50 cash check or $100 off your chapter dues. Now, I know a lot of you are wisely paying your dues in advance and getting the discount that we offered. By the way, in case you haven't read that, any of our members who pay their dues, their full annual dues by the end of the first quarter, we will rebate back to you $50, which is the amount that your dues got increased this year. So hopefully you're all doing that. But anyway, we'll draw 4 numbers and it'll either be $100 off your dues or $50. And let's see. Okay.
I gotcha. I
Here
gotcha.
we have.
Oh, here you go.
Number,
on TV.
This is number 55. Oh, look at this. Norm Blyden.
No, he's
All right. Yay, Norm. So we got one winner already.
Oh, thanks. A good way to start the new year.
It is.
Joseph, keep the money for one of your education funds.
Thank you very much, Norm. We will be happy to do that. All right. I'm just making a note here. Okay. Now the second number, McCurdy Body Works, and they are not here. Next number. Uh-oh, Pasadena Automotive Repair. Tim, you're going to have to get on Abraham again.
Oh my God, it's the second time.
I know it. Tell him he's really missing out.
I told him last time.
All right, and our third number is Leon's Transmission.
Oh.
He's not here either, but you know, it.
I'll let him know.
Lex Mastertech, you missed it by 1. Sorry, Mike.
Maybe
I'm
next
just
time.
waiting. I'm just waiting for my number.
All right, so since we had a winner, a generous winner at that, then we're going to stop drawing. Just so you'll know, if none of the 4 were here, then we would keep drawing until we have a winner because we want to make sure that we do have a winner every month. So thank you very much, Norm. And we'll
You're
apply that. Maybe we could apply it to the Dick Deloche scholarship that they were talking about being,
Yeah.
you know.
That's fine with me.
Okay, good. Thank you. All right, Kirk, back to you.
All right, I guess that's it for the meeting. Anybody wants to hang around for a few minutes? That's up to Joseph, how long you want to be here. Otherwise, I want to thank you all for coming and hope to see you all next month.
Yeah, John's got something. John, what?
Yeah, hey, really quick, since we're on the topic of training, this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is the PAVE training. I put the web address actually in the chat box, and ASCCA is joined together with several other automotive associations across the country, and there's going to be a bunch of great classes, trainers from across the country, just the best trainers. I know Scott Brown's going to be one of the trainers on the technical side, but there's going to be a technical track, a marketing management track, and a collision track. It's very reasonably priced. It's $249 as a member of ASCCA for the 3 days. You get signed up. All the books are emailed and downloaded, and you'll have access to the recordings for 6 weeks after the event. So this is a great chance to get training for you and all your people at a really reasonable price. So if you haven't heard about it, or if you haven't looked into it, I recommend that you do so, because this is another opportunity to sit at home or sit at your desk and get some great training. So just wanted to share that.
The other thing is, did somebody want to give a quick thing on Team Weekend?
Sure, Rory.
No, I'm going to get out, you guys. You guys have fun.
Bye, Roger.
I'm sorry, I had a difficulty unmuting. We are going to have our team weekend coming up. It's going to be great training. Just a really good event to attend. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know why the date just slipped my mind. It shouldn't have, but it did. John, can you give me this?
It's the like the 30th and 29th and 30th, or 30th, 31st.
Yeah, it's both are, but we will get that information out. We're going to have lots of great training. It's a great opportunity to join a team weekend without having to make that travel. So a lot of people say they really can't make it to Sacramento, and this is a great way to do it. With COVID, it's made it easier with the Zoom. Of course, we are missing all getting together in person, and we're looking forward to that again. But there's going to be lots of great things going on at our team weekend, and we hope you will all join, and we'll get all that information out to you.
It is the 29th and 30th.
Yes.
Friday, Saturdays.
Who is already planning on coming? To, or I should say, tuning in on Zoom. Very good, Tim. Tim, Johannes are always there. Davey, excellent. There we go. Right online. I should have had that prepared.
Sorry for throwing you under the bus, but I like to do that.
That's fine. I'm sure I'm going to be ran over the bus this year a few times. I'm prepared for it. After all, I'm a shop owner, right? So we're used to that.
Okay, anything else anybody wants to talk about? Otherwise, we're gonna go home.
We already are home.
If anybody caught that, Joseph.
Well, we
Okay,
could
well,
talk
goodbye,
about
everybody.
Thank you, guys. It was a wonderful meeting, and I'm glad I could attend.
Glad you were here, Fred, and congratulations on your retirement.
Thank you.
You know, don't get in any trouble.
No, that's right. Well, I can't. I gotta save them. Bye
Okay,
bye.
guys.
Good night to everybody.
Joseph, are you gonna put Jennifer's information up on the emails?
Which information? You mean her contact
Did she just
information?
add up with all her contact?
Yeah, I can do that. I'm gonna put the video online as well.
Nice. Yeah. I hope this was helpful, guys.
Oh, it was great, Jennifer. Thank you very much.
Very good. Excellent.
You just, you know, but you know, you're kind of boring. I think you need to work on your presentation a little bit, put a little more life into it.
Right. She doesn't move at all, does she?
You know, okay, that is a really funny thing. You know, as you guys know, I'm pretty high energy, and it really has become a deciding factor on getting hired to do these virtual events. Because if you are not engaging and you don't engage the audience, then the chances of you getting chosen to teach is smaller. So it is interesting how teaching styles really could benefit you or hurt you in this new format.
You mean you have to engage, entertain, and educate?
Imagine that. No, truly, I'm so grateful I got the chance to hang out with you guys. Truly.
Well, thank you. And I'll send out an email with your contact information on it.
Thank you.
In fact, do you want to send me something that would just, I don't know if you have a standard thing you send out that's kind of a little blurb on who you are and your contact information?
Well,
So I'm going to send it to our whole chapter. So even those that were not here.
well, there was the bio that you guys created for me.
Right.
Right. And then really all you have to do is tack on my contact information.
Okay. All right. I'll do that.
I mean, we could create something if you want, but you know.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's easy
I'll
enough.
set a dates of her meetings that she's having it, you know.
Oh
coming
yeah,
up.
that would be good. So
'Cause I
yeah,
like,
I
you know,
could
I think we
send
get those
you
meeting
those.
dates on an email list too. That'd be great.
Yeah, I was going to ask you to do that anyway. So
Yeah,
thank
okay.
you.
I'll
Cool.
send you an email right now. How's that?
Okay. What took you so long?
Hey,
you know what, Joseph? Oh, here we go. There we go. Where is your email? You sent me something, but I can't remember what
did.
it was. What's your email address?
ASCCA.05@gmail.
Oh, that's right. Yes, that's right. It's your undercover email. There you go. Okay.
No, that's the one that gets a lot of the stuff. I get emails, people asking me, or marketers asking me how my shop is running. I don't have a shop.
Okay.
Hey,
Cool.
hey, Joe. Hey, if we have a couple minutes, could you maybe ask everybody what they post on their social media that garners interest? So maybe we get a few more ideas and or get, just get ideas in general on what we can post.
Well, we're down to 6 people now.
Everybody,
Okay.
And 2
John,
of them don't have
anything
shops.
for you, John. I'll be happy to share. Here's okay. So since you guys want to be part of the secret club, here's the extra one-on-one mentoring for you, right? Okay. When I am looking for posts for a client, the first thing I want to do is what kind of vehicles are they serving, right? Oh, Paul Brow wants to come back in.
Yeah,
Yay,
we'll
he's
let him
coming
in.
back in. So you think about what kind of cars are you servicing, right? So my favorite thing to do is to go to YouTube and do a Google search for funny commercials about the car brands that I want to target. There are some hilarious commercials for Prius, for Volkswagen, for Mercedes, for BMW, like Subaru. I mean, there are some great commercials out there. The Subaru Barkley family, the puppy dogs, like those can be entertaining posts. So have fun finding commercials for the cars that you service. Okay. When it comes to educational stuff, once again, Google is your friend, right? And YouTube, I really love using YouTube. Not only is it the second largest search engine in the world, but videos are just so captivating compared to just text or text with a picture, right? Motion always stops the eyes faster. So if you can find a video, or better yet, produce your own video, but if you don't have the time for that, go into YouTube and find out what's the difference between manual transmission versus automatic transmission. What's the difference between 4-wheel drive versus 2-wheel drive? Like there are so many different things you can do. What's the difference between ADAS and something else? There's so many things that you can dream up. What's a good battery to put into your car? Why do batteries drain faster? Why is Tesla, taking the world by storm? What are we doing about it? So many things. You can look at art cars. You can look at funny things about cars. Like for a while there were some Mini Cooper horns going off, doing like a Christmas carol. Like guys, there's so much out there because we are such a car culture country that type in clown cars on Google, see what you find. Like, specific tires, but just keep it for your audience. Because if you get too technical, you're going to bore some people, right? I saw some hilarious videos today as I was writing a blog for a client, and I was looking for evidence on why you should have really good suspension in your vehicle for safety. And I came across a Mustang commercial where and it was produced about 5 years ago. This woman goes on a blind date. It turns out she's a stunt driver. And so she takes the guy in a car ride with her, and she's like doing the whole thing and scares her dates like crazy. It's like, well, that's, a good reason to have a good suspension. like there's just so many things out there. And because people are creating and producing and putting them up there, the world is your oyster. Just because you found stuff 3 months ago doesn't mean the same stuff is what you'll be finding 3 months from now or 6 months from now. So YouTube is your friend. Do a search and have some fun with that. Is that helpful?
Yeah.
Bonus round. I love it. Give me more. Give me more. What do you want? What else do you want to know?
Any other questions?
What I want to know is, how are you guys doing? Seriously, are your shops doing okay? are you excited about the new year? Are you concerned about the new year? I really want to know what's on your hearts, because I want to know how to support you guys.
My shop's never done better. It is, I mean, today was just insane. So many people coming in. Of course, we were closed for a while for the holidays, and we had snow between the snow and the holidays, there were quite a few days off. So now they're just coming in every direction, but they have been really like breaking down the doors for the last few months.
So proud of you, Rory. That's
Thank you.
great. How about you, Nathan? I know you're on mute and I can't see you, but I know you're there. Same thing with Paul. How about you guys? We're still in the background. They haven't turned us off yet. John, you're such a superstar. I never worry about you. How's your shops? And you've got 2 shops now, right? Or 3?
2. Yeah, we've been busy. Yeah, both my new shop was up considerably last year over the prior year. My original shop was just barely over the year before, and we kept everybody working and making money and mostly healthy. We've had a couple of COVID incidents that we fortunately dealt with and got through without too much trouble. But
wow.
It's just blessed to be open and keeping everybody employed and all that. So yeah, we're doing good.
Well, I'm so glad to hear it, because I'll tell you, and Joseph, I don't know if you see this like I might, because I work with everyone around the entire country, but like the Western Seaboard, California, Oregon, Washington, they've hung in there, but they haven't had the same level of numbers of success and growth that everybody east of us, like Florida's off the chain. Florida's off, because I don't know about you guys, but we had to travel back home to Florida. That's where I'm originally from, because my grandmothers are 97 and 96, and I wanted to spend Thanksgiving with them. So we had to go through the whole, COVID, wearing 2 masks, all that stuff. So we're like in California mode, right? Wash your hands, wear your mask, be extra careful. We get to Florida, nobody's wearing a mask, business as usual. It's crazy. It's like, aren't you guys worried? Nah. It's like, okay.
So that's a whole other subject we probably should not really get into.
It's okay.
Right.
But what I'm saying is that, yeah, the different states are having different things. So are you seeing it, Joseph? Are you seeing that people are thriving in ASCCA and doing better this year, or doing better than they expected?
The shops that I'm in touch with seem to be doing, I mean, there was a slump, but most of them recovered from the slump and are doing well. There's one non-member shop that we've been working with for a couple of months to try and get him to join, and he can't quite get his head up above water. He's more concerned with the money right now, and that's such an overpowering thing for him that he can't see the financial benefits even of joining ASCCA right now. He wants to join, he just figures he can't work out the money yet. And I'm sure there's a lot of shops that are like that, but thankfully the ones in ASCCA, there's such a strong support system that many of them are doing really well.
The sad part is the shops that need us the most are the shops that are not joining.
Right.
And they're the ones that could benefit the most from us.
Yeah. That's why we put together that offering that we had at the end of last year. Free membership through the end of the year. And we did get 3 new members that way, which I was really glad of. But this one guy, he tells me he definitely wants to join. He just bought his partner out. And so he was trying to, he was short on cash and he just couldn't seem to make it work. I'm going to go back to him again and keep talking with him. He's here in Pasadena and I drive near his shop every day. So it's easy to keep touching base. That's how I ended up with Mike Bedrosian and Tim Shakarian and Greg from House Automotive. I just kept bothering them because they're right across the street from where I work. And so I'd go in and visit them all the time. And finally they joined.
Well, I'm glad you got Tim to join, because now look at him. He's been voluntold, hasn't he?
Yeah, now he kicks himself for not joining sooner.
Right.
I think we all feel that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Joseph, I think, you know, we called all the members last year, and we got, it was almost the same story from everybody. You know, COVID started, we slowed down, we picked back up, and we're doing well. I think ASCCA members have access to so much more information that's really helped them, you know, to get through it. You know, I'm going to say most of the ASCCA shops have come through the COVID, you know, as well, if not, you know, better now than they were when it started. So,
yeah.
And I think it comes to that, you know, the support, the information that's available and all of that for sure.
Well, even when the PPP, you know, loan was first coming out, and there was so much interaction and support on Team Talk. Not everything everybody said was accurate, but there was enough information that there was no reason for anyone to miss out on it if they were at all plugged in.
Right.
It could have been accurate one day, and then the next day it wasn't accurate anymore because it changed every day.
That's true.
Yeah, very true.
All right. Well, listen, it's past my bedtime.
And
Not
thank
really.
you so much again. It's so great seeing you all. I love kicking off the year with you all. Truly, I love my brothers and sisters in this industry, truly. And thanks.
Well, Jennifer, thank you for being here with us and giving us what you gave us. We really appreciate it. And I'll post it on our website, and I'll send out an email when I have it up there, and I'll put it on Team Talk so people can watch it.
Cool. And I will finish writing your email with all the dates.
Great.
And I still have to give me like 24 hours, please, because I still have to create a link for my webinars.
Don't worry. It won't be till Thursday at the soonest. I juggle different jobs, so tomorrow it's not this one.
Okay, cool. All right, guys.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Right.
Bye.
Roy, good to see you, Roy. Look forward to seeing you more this year.
Absolutely. We will be here, and whatever you need, give me a call.
I appreciate that. John, you've been very helpful too this last couple of years. So, and just because you're not president anymore, John, doesn't mean I won't call you. Maybe he's gone. Oh.
No, I'm still here. Yeah, you're welcome to call me anytime, anything you need.
All right. Great. Appreciate both of you.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.